XCR here, and I figured I'd do a video today. I think I'll call this one the slow slide into SHTF. Got some news here. Let's see, it says the San Francisco, California health officials said Friday that 7,600 people who returned to the state after visiting China during the outbreak of the new virus have been asked to quarantine themselves at home this month as health officials try to stop the spread of the virus. These people returned to the United States on February 2nd and are being asked to monitor their health, stay home, and limit interactions with others, the California Department of Public Health said in a statement. The department said that number excludes those who visited China's Hubei province, or Wuhan, where the disease known as COVID-19 originated. Americans who spent time there in Hubei's province capital of Wuhan have been flown home on U.S. chartered flights and quarantined on military bases. So let's be clear here. This is not the quarantine flight. This is people who have come from China, from other provinces, who have flown home and are now being asked to quarantine themselves. Just asked, not instructed or mandated. So, and let's see, federal authorities at the San Francisco airport are informing the travelers who return from China that they should isolate themselves. Big difference between should and are mandated. And then also to go in the next paragraph, and I'll put this link in the details below. Next paragraph, the CDC said it's not tracking how many people from each U.S. state who returned from China have been asked to isolate themselves. Then here you go. California's Humboldt and Sacramento counties reported their first cases of the virus Friday, both from people who had recently traveled to China. So on that note, the stuff is already here. You're already starting to see the slow slide into shit hits the fan. You're starting to see the slowness of the just-in-time supply chain breaking down, because where I'm at, can't find a single darn mask, whatever it might be, the basic surgical mask or even the basic N95 mask or whatever. Not even the onesies or twosies or even like a respirator mask. So then at the same time, you have the stock market, which is going up, and also going down, then going back up. Then so it's a slow slide. Then, as some people have said, it's a controlled slide into SHTF. And then you also have people in Hawaii. Hawaii's not even testing, because if you don't test, then you have no results, and you can report, hey, we haven't done anything because we don't have any numbers or anything like that. So anyway, plenty of other channels out there that have gone over these too. What I would suggest is to time is short. It's like we're in overtime, Super Bowl overtime, sudden death type of deal at the moment. If you haven't gotten your stuff, you're going to have a hard time finding it nowadays, right now. You can go to pretty much any pet store, Petco, PetSmart, whatever, and look for fish antibiotics, and you're not going to find them because they've all been bought out. And stores are going to have a hard time restocking that stuff. They might have some in their warehouse, but it's probably going to take a few days for deliveries to show up inside the store. But, you know, and most stores probably have about, 3 days worth of supplies on hand to restock the shelves. And then once their inventory gets low, the just-in-time resupply system comes in and resupplies the store. So the goods are already starting to become hard to come by. Electronic stuff. Went to buy a new computer part and the part is manufactured over in China, and I got an email basically saying it's going to be 8 weeks before the part can even ship. So, because it's coming from China. So, needless to say, I put a very quick stop order on that one and said I don't want it, don't need it, especially since it's coming to China. Which brings into another point. China is going to have that gigantic stigma attached to them, like, oh, this part's coming from China and the virus can survive on surfaces for 9 days. Do I really want to risk it coming into my house? No thanks. Let's see if I can find the part locally here and see if I can buy it in the States type of deal. Stigma, stereotype, I don't know if they have any type of disinfecting procedures in place or whatever, but right now, um, stuff's being blocked at the ports. Report from one of my friends that works uh, down at the docks in LA is that the area that the Chinese ships come in has been chained off because they don't want the um, contaminated cargo coming in with the virus on it. So anyway, we're going to start really feeling it in our just-in-time supply chain system. So if you still are able to see things and you go to the store and you see something that you need or just want some extras of, grab it because the next person that goes in the store under the same mindset will take it, will buy it. So, but this is definitely a slow slide, a controlled slide into um, panic going on that will come, sorry, that will come on, especially since 7,600 people have been recommended that they should isolate themselves. And according to some of the latest records from CDC and other sources, this particular virus can take up to a month to show its head, rear its ugly head. So for people that have like come back from China, today's the 23rd. I mean, a month ago when they returned, it could still be in your system and asymptomatic and still infecting everybody. So there's some people out there saying, "Oh, it's just like the flu." No, it's not like the flu. You can get flu-like symptoms, but this particular virus, from what I've read from CDC and other doctors, is that it can go after the heart, and then that's why people are suddenly dropping dead because it gives them a cardiac arrest and they just die. Anyway, slow slide into SHTF. I think the Prepare Mind pretty much nailed it on the head when he said it's like the 737 Supermax. They don't want to take the economy and everything else down into like a gigantic nosedive and plow it into the ground and have a gigantic explosion. But what they're trying to do is control it, bring it in as a crash landing, slide that 737 Supermax in on its belly and scrape the shit out of it and have the tail section all jacked up and everything like that. But, at least something still survived. So I would definitely say now is definitely, or it's beyond time to put your final touches on your preps. If you still have masks in the area, buy them, get them. If you still have fish antibiotics that are available in the stores, I would scoop them up because they may not become available again for some time. Anyway, just a quick video on overtime, sudden death type of deal. This is gone. This is going to go viral. It's already here, especially with close to 8,000 people coming back from China, not even in the Hubei province. And if you look on one of the maps that keeps track of everything, China is just a gigantic red blob. So it's spread throughout their country. South Korea, God, those people, I feel bad for them. They're really, really nice people. Great country. I've been there quite a few times as a tourist. and nice people. Feel bad for them. So yeah, in Italy, it's spreading in Italy too, and it's already here in the States. It's just that they're trying to prevent people from panicking, and they're keeping it hush. You know, if they don't test, then they have no numbers, and then they can't confirm it. It's the game that they're playing. So anyway, way past the time to put the final touches on your preps. So not panicking, but always good to be prepared. XCR out.